Hello, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. Today we're just continuing the questline with the Company of Heroes, so without further ado, let's get things started. By the gods. Elric, listen, I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odour. I thought it was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Yeah, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Okie dokie, so back to Drest again. And again with all the back and forth. So we'll see you guys back at Drest's place. Okay, and here we are back at Drest's home once more. Time to find out where these Bacchus plants are. Oh, hello again. What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubbu tracks though. Maybe the leaves came from vines grown on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubbus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Okay, so we're hunting for gubbus now. Not too far away. We'll mount up anyways. Should be just down here somewhere. I guess that big thing is the Juggernaut. Destination. Right, let's get this guy killed. Don't want to be in the way of that sneeze, thank you very much. Almost as bad as facing down at Moorballs. Don't know if we've encountered any Moorballs recently, but yeah, they inflict you with just about every status effect in the game, and very nasty. Especially if you're the healer that ends up having to clean up the mess left by all the debuffs that they can afflict on your party. Right, right, back to Lomani. Right. Yet another back and forth quest, but we've got the teleport this time, so we're all good. Right, on our right once more. What did Drest have to say, Elric? Tell me everything. A cutting from a Bacchus grapevine, a variety of sweet wine grape thought to be long extinct. Ahaha, I was right. The smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could... 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Bayeglaint. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamouring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't. Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label. This couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? That's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time, but now I realise that it was never meant for me. It should be savoured by the saviours of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gagaruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed wine port, Elric. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Ah, but do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Westgate. Okay, well yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Alright, so it looks like we're going back to Westgate. And teleport back to Costa del Sol. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? There it is. Is that 7 hells? 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Elric. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be grown somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Okay, and I think that was a pet that we were just awarded there. Yep, a W Sproutling. If we bring up our minion guide, whack that on the bar for a moment. Oops. Close a few menus. And there he is, there's the little bugger himself. Can just squeeze him in between my action bars there to give you a good view, but never mind, let's speak with Y'shtola and see what's next. You have the look of a man who has been sent to the 7th Hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in his own honour, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all. It beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Y'shtola, Sir Fandrel. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, you must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare me your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment. And unlike me, Elric has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten him. Aye, aye. Fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. If even one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of helpless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Elric with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that much is certain. He willingly walked into the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that could cost him his life. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Elric, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Wily Uplander is Townful Plansmaker, Trixie Four for Mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags Elric Fandrel and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Sounds good. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Elric Fandrel, Titan's Bane. Elric Fandrel, Titan's Bane! Right, so what's happening next? Back here to the bronze-skinned beauty, okay? Very skimpily clad. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Okay. Exotic feast. No idea what that's meant to say. The Clyiva Curb? Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Right, now to speak with all the 5 companions, it seems. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Lominsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Okay. Goodly Uplander must be facing Mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobbyflock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Okay. Ah, Elric, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you look him in the eye and tell him Landinel sends his regards. And what have you two up here? You are a veteran of countless battles, Elric. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. Okay. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Okay, that's good to know. Ishtola. You are kind to indulge them, Elric. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Okie doke. Right, there he is again. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lanoskia. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realise this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it's more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Okay, let's get those locations brought up. Where are we? Quite some distance away, but again, thankfully we've got the teleportation location well in advance. Alright, so we'll go to this one at the left first, I suppose. And that's that done. Don't think I need to wait around for anything to happen as best I can tell. And here as well. And on to the third and final location. Right, now what's going to happen next? Speak with Riol. He is just over here somewhere. Greetings, mate. Might you be the one the captain said would be calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, cause I ain't explaining myself twice. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman, E41, see? Hey, what's that look for? Not familiar with him? He speaks of an unamplified E41 which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there's no fundamental difference between such E41s and those which you have used on countless occasions, Elric. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlene lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Orgrimmar form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Ha! Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around. And it was that as got us thinking. I mean, Orgrimmar mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were Etherite shards in the depths of Orgrimmar, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the livestream. Ah, well, that's why you're wrong, love. We had the Charlene bloke to help us, see? Lifted us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying that weren't nothing any Charlene scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Ephorites in question happened to be... Ah, yes. But in order to guide a traveller to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the Ephorite? It ain't far, but there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. No, you can't handle, mind. Okie dokie, let's head over there then. Let's have a look now on map for a moment. Right, it's quite some distance, so I think we'll meet you guys once we get closer. Let's try and get rid of these kobolds. Right, let's check out this Ephorite then. So this is the Ephorite the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. Could really use a comma in that sentence. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its present state, this Ephorite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolise my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Elric. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible I may be able to stabilise the Ephorite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Okie dokie. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. Right, use duty to confront Titan and the Naval. well, we're going to end this episode here as we've overrun a little bit. So we'll see you guys next time.